AJ, when we're talking about putting on a case, what can you tell us about how you build a case using technology?
Use it. It's a good start. I mean, I was kind of amazed, to be honest with you, when I entered this field at kind of the state of the art in technology in terms of making a case, in terms of telling your story, right? So I think someone mentioned in an earlier panel, using Excel spreadsheets to kind of keep track of lots of documents. And I know many people in this room collaborate using Word, right? You write up something in Microsoft Word, and then maybe you send it to a colleague, and they can redline it and send it back to you. God forbid the two of you want to edit it at the same time, right? That's just not how things are done. So using email, using Word, using these spreadsheets, they're very serviceable tools, but they're very difficult to work with compared to what you could actually have with custom-built tools for what you want. And that's what I kind of meant about expectations, right? I can't blame you guys for using those tools. That's the best you have. That's the best technology that you have available to you because no one's building anything better. And we can't expect you to go out and write your own code. That's not your job. Your job is to be a lawyer. The same way I can't become an expert lawyer, you can't become an expert technologist overnight. So you kind of make do. You're smart people. You see what's out there and you use what you can. But I bet that Bill Gates did not expect that Excel, was kind of backing some of the largest cases in history. That's just, it's not what it's built for. You can look at other fields as well. For hospitals, I assure you that patient records are not kept in Excel spreadsheets. Right? They have custom tools that are suited to their domain that make their job a lot easier. Just in that sense, I'll tell you personally, as an engineer, we coders have very sophisticated tools for collaboration, for writing code that are bespoke, that are tools that are designed to help us be more productive. And so kind of the way I think about it coming into this industry is where are those really great integrated domain-specific tools for lawyers? They're not really quite there. And so if there's someone at fault, it's really the fault of the imagination of the vendors is kind of just lacking here. And we should be putting out better tools for you guys.
Is there anything that you have come up with that might be helpful to drafting briefs or anything?
Of course, that's a great question. But I mean, one of the things that motivates us is seeing that huge opportunity, and we work with lawyers closely with that kind of stuff. We have a collaborative editor that's tailored towards brief outlining, preparing for depositions. You can drag and drop your evidence straight from our e-discovery platform right into what we call the story builder thing. And you can do it, across the country with a colleague next door or someone in a different office across the country or a co-counsel at a different firm. It doesn't matter, right? And these are the things where when you have deadlines, you don't need to say, I hope the associate gets back to me with my red line document before I have to submit it. You can just say, hey, let's work on this at the same time. Right, and things like timelines, right? Excel, you can definitely list out documents in Excel, but throwing that into a timeline, filtering by the right kinds of documents, diving deeply into the evidence, organizing it to make your case. Those are tools that we have out or are coming out with, and hopefully there's many more to come from us and from other vendors in the space as well. Sorry, just to finish that up, my advice to you, to everyone here is, those are the things you should be asking for, right? Your expectations should be sky high when you look at this stuff, because those things are possible in other fields. They exist in other fields, and you should have them as well.